Hijacked.
Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
The USS Enterprise is to report immediately to Beta Myamed. The USS Masada has failed to report as scheduled. Determine nature of delay and take whatever measures are necessary.
Set course for Beta Myamed, sir.
We will, but first, let's do some research. This computer system is very handy, as there's some information we can get from the computer system which we can't get from anywhere else, which we'll find out soon enough, especially in this episode.
Beta Myamed, a Federation world. A supply depot orbiting Beta Myamed 8 has recently been subject to attacks from Alasi pirates on 2 occasions within the last solar year. Masada, USS, a Federation tug tender, registry NCC 293391, currently under the command of Captain Kevin Keeler, crew complement of 17, primary mission, tow, repair of disabled ships. Its input override code is 293-397-736-3829. Keeler, Kevin, Captain of the USS Masada, a Federation tug tender. Graduated 87th in his class at Starfleet Academy. Stardate 3342.8. Keeler has the rank of lieutenant in Starfleet, but is the senior officer aboard the Masada.
And these are an organisation which we haven't seen yet, but I'm sure we will soon enough.
Alasi pirates. There are several bands of pirates based from Alasi Prime, the Ajalasi family, the Ajthuri, and the Andrasili. Recent events on Manalbagor have caused these bands, which typically battle each other, to unite and prey on Federation ships.
I think that's enough for now.
Perhaps you should access my library computer, sir.
That's useful information, but we've just done that.
Orders are to proceed to Beta Myamed, sir.
And they are indeed. And I believe we are going to enter some hostile territory, so maybe we should prepare ourselves.
Raising shields.
Arming weapons.
I believe this is Beta Myamed.
There is an unidentified ship closing rapidly. Weapons armed and shields up.
Message coming in, sir.
On screen, Lieutenant.
Leave the Beta Myamed system immediately. You're interfering in Ilasi affairs.
We are conducting a search and rescue mission for the USS Masada. It was last reported in this system. We cannot leave until we can confirm its location and condition.
So be it. You have been warned. Prepare to die.
Oh dear.
Aye, sir. Aye, sir.
Captain, they are free.
The enemy ship's initial intercept course was from the last known position of the Masada. I suggest we orbit the planet for a closer sensor scan, sir.
Now, we could actually keep attacking them and destroy them, but I believe you risk
Engines repaired, Captain.
Thank you, Scotty. But I believe you risk losing your 100% if you do destroy them. Don't think it's 100% confirmed, but just to be on the safe side, we're going to let them go. It's the honourable thing to do, I guess.
I suggest we orbit the planet for a closer scan, sir.
I can't raise the Masada, sir.
There she is, Captain. She does not appear to be seriously damaged. Her shields are up, and 27 life forms are aboard. Captain, we could use the command prefix code to lower the Masada's shields briefly, long enough for one transporter burst.
And that is where the computer comes in handy.
Hailing the ship, Captain.
Greetings, Federation Imperialists. I am Elasi Sereth, and I have claimed this ship as a blow for freedom against Federation tyranny.
This is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. You are illegally in possession of Starfleet property. This is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. Listen, Lassie. Hand over the ship and hostages now, or things are going to get very nasty. This is Captain James T. Kirk of the USS Enterprise. Mr. Elassi, it appears that you have found something the Starfleet lost. This is Captain James T. Kirk.
Ah, the infamous Captain Kirk. The Masada is mine. You will release 25 political prisoners I specify, or I will destroy the ship and its crew. The list of those wrongfully imprisoned should be coming over to you now.
Data file captured, Captain. Computer indicates they were all convicted of piracy with various counts of murder and mayhem thrown in.
Freeing the prisoners you requested will take time. We have to track down their current locations, and Starfleet will have to grant permission to move them here. I will get that started. You should tender a show of good faith on your part. Will you beam over so we can discuss negotiations face to face?
I don't think he'll go for that one.
We can work together on this, Elassi. How about beaming some of the hostages over as a show of good faith? Freeing the prisoners, we can work together on this.
What? Lower my shield so you can beam over a war party? I'm not stupid, Captain. We'll play by my rules.
So long as the shields are up, Captain, our hands are tied.
The Enterprise can overpower the Masada and take her, but the pirates would have all the time they need to kill every one of the hostages.
Will you send over data on the whereabouts and conditions of my falsely accused clansmen languishing in your dungeons, Captain?
Very well, we'll do it your way. I will put together the data packet. Kirk out. Your fellow Elassi have been tried in Federation courts of law and found guilty of their crimes. We'll listen to your complaints if you discuss them reasonably. Forget it, Elassi Sereth. You'll be the next one languishing on a Federation penal planet unless you drop your shields and surrender to me immediately. Very well, we'll do it.
Okay, I guess we're done. Right. Now, can you remember the code? I can't. Luckily, I have it written down.
Sending prefix and lowering the Masada's shields.
Captain, the shields are up.
Oh, yes.
Lowering shields, Captain.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the car.
Wow, this brings back a lot of memories.
Lieutenant Christensen stands ready. James T. Kirk cautiously watches the area. McCoy wonders how many patients he'll have on this mission. Spock quietly analyzes the damaged areas of this transporter room. This man was obviously the transporter engineer. He is unconscious, but alive. A small bomb appears to have damaged the transporter controls. These doors have been scarred by phaser fire. There was a battle here.
This is just like their raid on Damocles Station. Hard, fast, and dirty.
Get what you can from this area. Let's get moving.
Captain, a thorough analysis is required.
Okay, but let's not stay too long in one place.
Well, Jim, there's one thing I can tell you. I don't like Alassi.
I can't see them winning any popularity contests, Bones.
They can forget about my vote.
When this operation is complete, Captain, we should have Mr. Scott or Transporter Chief Kyle come here to assist with the repairs.
Let's not look too far ahead, Mr. Spock.
Okay, well, he doesn't look exactly conscious.
He's not hurt badly. I can revive him.
Thank you, Doctor. Be careful, Captain. The Alassi like to set booby traps. If you need any equipment, I've got my tools in this workspace. I suppose I should be grateful to see anyone after that. I thought I was dead.
Well, with any luck, you won't have to worry about that for quite some time.
Provided the Alassi don't have anything to say about it.
A Runsonate transmogrifier, an engineering tool used in the maintenance of transporters, which can be fitted with bits having a variety of irregularly serrated surfaces.
Wait a minute, before we leave, if I remember correctly, there's some wires here that we may need.
A small bomb appears to have damaged the transporter controls.
The controls have been virtually destroyed, Captain.
Can they be repaired, Spock?
With Chief Engineer Scott's assistance, I believe we could get them in perfect working order in 2 days.
Spock, we don't have 2 days. If we can repair the transporter, we might be able to transport onto the bridge and capture the Alassi.
I can attempt to jury-rig repairs if I can find parts. However, there is only a 67.357% probability of success.
I've always been a gambler, Spock. Figure out what you'll need.
Okay, I remembered wrong. But there was a case of, in the first episode, it kind of held your hand a little bit. Here, we had to actually use Spock on the transporter itself. I think we're done here for the moment, but we'll return.
Some kind of force field appears to cover the door. According to the deck plans of this class of starship, this is the entrance to the ship's brig. This view screen communication terminal has been damaged beyond repair. Twisted debris has been scattered along the side of the corridor. A tangle of mangled equipment reduced to junk. There are the remains of 5 phasers without power packs, a drained phaser welder, and scraps of wire and uncertain bits of metal junk. Spock is analyzing the surroundings. You are James Tiberius Kirk, captain of the USS Enterprise. Lieutenant Christensen is carefully watching the hallway. McCoy is fidgeting around.
Can't say I like the decor.
This corridor provides access to the transporter room, Captain. It is secure.
This is a mess now, isn't it?
My daddy would have sent me to bed without supper if I'd done something like this.
I don't think we can bring down that force field, Captain. If we could, though, it might be less risky than trying to transport onto the bridge.
I was told that if you actually look at the crew, in each scene there is different dialogue, and it turns out to be true. Thank you very much for that. Before we go anywhere, let's do some...
A force field of unusual configurations has been erected in front of the doorway, which leads into the bridge. I don't think it would be healthy to approach too closely, Captain.
Yeah, doing some scans is definitely a good option.
Tricorder readings indicate an indeterminate number of people in the brig. At least 2 are armed with phasers. I recommend caution when entering. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. 5 phasers without power packs, a drained phaser welder, insulation and bits of wire, and droplets of cooled molten metal.
You look but see nothing of note.
Yeah, I thought there might have been something there.
Nothing to report, Captain.
Okay.
Jim, I'm picking up 11 life forms in the brig. That accounts for over half the crew. I don't like what that indicates.
Right, now it's time to be speedy and accurate. Because if we get hits, we don't get that 100%.
Hey, what are you doing here?
There we go. Oh yes, the 100% and the commendations. Well, there was talk in the thread, but I actually checked the manual, and it turns out that there is a difficult end mission, and the more commendations you get, the better the crew performs, repairs get done quicker, reload intake is quicker, and the actual photon torpedoes and phasers are more powerful. So, trying to get as high commendations as you can is actually a good thing. I mean, you can complete these missions on a poor rating, but with the last mission it makes things a lot more difficult, maybe even somewhat impossible.
This door leads back to the main corridor. You are in the brig of the Masada. 9 of the crew members are held in the cell. 2 Alasi guards lie on the floor. This appears to be the button that turns the brig force field on and off. A bomb located just inside the force field.
Yeah, that bomb can go off, and you can complete the game with it going off, but Starfleet won't exactly be very happy with you.
This guard is stunned. This guard is stunned. Kirk seems concerned by what he sees in this room. Spock raises an eyebrow. Lieutenant Christensen is fumbling for his phaser. McCoy is looking at the guards.
They've turned this freighter into a prison barge.
I see that the Alasi live up to their reputation, Captain.
I'm just a security officer, sir.
Yeah, one who can't actually reach for his phaser in time.
I don't like the looks of this, Jim.
Wait, can we speak to these guys?
The crew is tired and has elevated signs from extreme stress, but they will survive.
Good.
I don't think he's in any shape to respond.
A medium-strength phaser bomb. The brig force field would contain the explosion, but it would kill the crew members within the cell. I recommend that we find a way of disarming it, Captain. Captain, the switch has been booby-trapped to detonate a bomb, presumably inside the brig somewhere. Captain, the switch has...
Okay.
There. I believe the bomb is now defused, Captain. Captain, this wiring may prove useful in repairing the transporter.
Okay, well, I kind of saved before I did that, and I realised it would be that easy. I wouldn't have bothered, but it's done.
Thank you for freeing us, Captain. We'll secure the area so they don't come up behind you. We've had electrical problems with our door to our bridge, Captain. The Alassi don't know we put an electric shutdown device. You'd never find it by chance. But if you used a charged phaser welder 2 feet to the left of the door and 1 foot off the ground, you might be able to shut down the force field and get a jump on the Alassi. Thank you for freeing us. You better take the bridge before they suspect anything is up. You'd better hurry up, or they'll catch on, sir. You'd better hurry up, or they'll catch on, sir.
Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. I think we're done here. So now we need to do a little bit of inventory management, which is the phaser welder.
Phaser welder is now charged.
There we go.
The field is absorbing the energy.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
I think that does it. A comb bit for the transmogrifier. Now I can continue repairs on the transporter controls.
Now, before I forget, I didn't actually disable this force field, and that's one of the key things of getting 100%. So let's do that now before we use the transporter.
That did it. The field is deactivated, Captain.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Wait a second.
The parts fit together satisfactorily.
Okay, there we go.
I attached these here. Now, all I need is a spare length of wiring. The controls are set for just inside the bridge door, Captain.
Mr. Spock, you're a genius.
I wouldn't go that far, Jim. But I do have to congratulate you, Mr. Spock. Now we can really risk shooting our atoms around the universe. Is this really necessary, Jim?
Analysis, Lieutenant Christensen.
Security analysis, sir. If we transport onto the bridge, we'll have the drop on them. Assuming Mr. Spock has the transporter working properly. If we could get past the force field on the door of the bridge, we should be able to surprise them for sure. Since we have a bomb, Captain, we could rearm it, transport it onto the bridge, and perhaps the Alassi will flee into the hallway. Then we could capture them.
And any hostages on the bridge will be killed when the bomb goes off. No, Jim, that's inhuman.
To say nothing of the possible damage to the bridge controls.
The bomb idea sounds good. No, I'm joking.
I'm going to have a word for you, Spock, if we appear inside the door.
Oh, okay, I was expecting a bit of action there.
It's over, Sereth. Surrender, and I'll guarantee the lives of you and your crew. Freeze. Don't even think about it. Check and mate, Elasi. Don't do anything foolish. It's over, Sereth.
You are an honorable and worthy opponent, Kirk. I accept your offer.
Scotty, beam down a security team to the bridge. We have regained control. Mr. Scott, beam us out of here.
Aye, Captain.
Message from Starfleet, Captain.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the problems at Beta Myamed and evaluate your performance at 100%. You and your crew received 4 commendation points. A perfect mission, Jim. You are a model for all Starfleet.
Trying to hold a Federation starship captive. Can you believe it?
Since we just witnessed that very event, Doctor, I'm surprised you asked.
It was a rhetorical question, Spock.
That took quite a bit of organization to seize a starship. Think we'll see more of the Elasi pirates?
Undoubtedly, Captain. I suspect they have considerable resources to draw on.
So do I. Sulu, take us out of here.